Right, I'm going to make steak, and I'm going to make a Bernaise sauce. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off by doing a hollandaise sauce. A hollandaise sauce. Can I get a whisk? Anybody get me a whisk, please? Is there one here? There might be one here. Actually, here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Is it? Yeah, on. Something. So here we go, yeah? So a hollandaise sauce basically is just like a hot mayonnaise. Where you would use oil for the mayonnaise, you use clarified butter. Right? So you've got your egg yolks.
Just the egg yolk.
Just the egg yolk, not the whole egg. Reduction of vinegar with some peppercorns and some Baileys, just for a bit of flavour in there. Right? And then what I'm going to make is a sabayon. Right? Now, I've got my potato underneath here, so I'm multitasking, killing two birds with one stone. Right? The water underneath shouldn't be boiling, because if it boils, the egg's going to cook. Yeah? So, once you put your egg yolk like that, a nice sabayon, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to slowly add the butter, yeah? Right, now the best thing for me to do is take that off just in case it starts to boil. So I pour the butter in slowly. If I do it quickly, what's going to happen is it's going to split. And eventually it should emulsify like mayonnaise. Right. It's called an emulsion because it's liquid and oil, or some type of oil, yeah? A bit like paint. What happens with an emulsion is, once you reheat an emulsion, it splits, because really oil and water ain't supposed to go together. Yeah? So, this is very popular on steak. Right? And the difference between a Bernaise and a hollandaise is a tarragon. That's the difference, yeah? Let me get that. Yeah? It's a bit runny at the moment. Needs to get thickened. It takes patience. Right?
So it's like properly like creamy.
It's supposed to go thick like mayonnaise. Yeah? So if I keep whisking it, this will help. Yeah? It may help me out. Right? The thing about a hollandaise sauce is you can't use it the following day. Why can't you use it the following day? Because the egg, if you keep it at room temperature, isn't it? You can't reheat it. The egg will split. You can't put it in the fridge because the butter will go hard. So it's a waste. Every day we had to make hollandaise sauce at work, and every day we had to throw it away. But we had to have it just in case a customer wants a steak with hollandaise sauce. And you see how long it takes to make. So we have to have it the first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, we come in on the meat section is to make sure we've got hollandaise sauce. Yeah? And that lasted the whole day long, but at the end of service, 8 hours, chuck it. Right, it's starting to get thicker now. And then, once that thickens up, I'm going to quickly do the steak. Now, mise en place. When you're making a steak in the tray, what we have is what you call an oil tray. The tray that has got the oil and the have you got the other one, have you? Oil tray like at work. There you go. You see how thick that is now? You see how thick that is now? What I'm going to do now, right? You see? Yeah, like mayonnaise. Add your tarragon, like that. And then, later on, what I'll do, I'll put it into a jug. That's nice. Because I want it scrambled. Alright?
So how do you...
I'm going to stick the tomatoes or stuff like that in the oven. Right, this is what we call an oil tray, yeah? So we got our salt and our pepper all ready in the tray, and that's how we do it in the tray. So when you've got like 10 steaks, or you've got that, and then you fry it off or you riddle it off or what have you. You haven't got time to be sprinkle, it takes too long, yeah? So this is what you do. Right? Right, I'm going to cook that with a little teeny bit of butter in there as well. Right. I've seen it on a YouTube video. Cook it with a bit of oil and butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some garlic.
Yeah. No. Oil and butter. So, medium. First of all, you cook that for about a minute or so. Then you turn it over.
Yeah.
When you turn it over, all of a sudden the blood starts to rise. That is how you know you've got a medium steak. Yeah?
I don't like medium.
So I like it red. I like mine well done. Right? So
No, but my mum likes it medium rare, so I'm going to make it medium rare. Medium rare. You like it grabbing the... I hate that. It's disgusting.
Right, what we're going to do then,
Disgusting.
whilst we are... Is the fries on there?
I'll buy into steak.
Fries on. Right, what we're going to do then, because one thing about being a chef is you've got to learn to multitask, yeah? So you don't wait for the steak to cook while something else is happening. Right? This is a potato, it takes about 15 minutes, right, to get it where you want to get it at. So, might be a little bit hot, but it's fine. Yeah? As you can see, it's cooked on the outside and still a bit raw in the middle. Yeah? You don't cook all the way through. I'm making potato wedges. So, you reckon you can slide next door and take this video and get in front of me? Right? So, right, I only want a few bits and pieces. Now, when you're doing a grill, we've got something called cress, right, that we use as a garnish. So I'm watercress. So I want to give you a classic garnish, yeah, with everything on the plate: tomato, mushroom, chips, steak, the lot. Yeah. So I'm going to leave that with you. I'll bring things up. Right. Cheers. Fry that for us and bring it back to me, please. Right, here we go. So we put the chips onto the plate. We're going to stack it up like this. Can you see, guys? My presentation like that. So if I turn that down so you can see the presentation.
Salt and pepper on the steak.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper on the steak.
And then I'm going to cut it like that. Now this steak, it should be a little bit pink in the middle like that, and that is how you can tell it's medium. Right, medium steak. There you go. Steak, da la la, and la la la.